Jonatas comes in the favourite at -350. The comeback on Kurt Southern at +250. Michael Chevello, Pat Miletich with you. It is part of MFC 36 Reality Check from the Shaw Convention Centre in Edmonton,
You ready?
Canada.
You ready? Let's do it.
Novice really wants to make an impression here on his MFC debut. His hands are frighteningly low, however. Just a mistake there, folks. It is Southern in the white, Novice in the red. High left round kick from Novice. A right leg kick to the ribs. And that's what happens when you carry your hands low. As I said, you get clocked with an overhand right. Top position now for Southern.
Southern looking for a Darce or a front headlock type choke. Maybe want to transition to the mount.
This would be devastating for Jonatas Novice.
Well, you wonder how badly he was hurt by that punch. Seems that he knows where he's at. Looks like he's working for half guard sweeps and stuff. See if he can pull it off against the wrestler.
Let's see if Novice is covered here. Back up onto his feet. If they do break off, Novice has got to keep his hands glued to his ears. And they do break off. Let's see if he lifts those hands now. No, they're still low.
He's even smiling a little bit.
And you see Southern goes after him again with that right and digs a knee into the breadbasket. Nice aggressive start here from Kurt Southern.
Yeah, and he just clipped him on the break. One thing Southern's doing nicely is on the breaks, a lot of guys are not paying attention, and Southern recognizes that, and he's throwing punches on the break.
Novice fighting in southpaw stance. Very side-on stance. Nice sweeping inside leg kick there from Jonatas Novice.
Punted his legs clean out from underneath him.
He is loading his round kicks tonight, is Novice. But again, as he goes for the leg kick, his hands drop even further. He's open for a counter over the top here from Southern.
And that lefty stance, he could be in trouble with these overhand rights.
Public enemy number one of a southpaw stance fighter is the right hand. Novice is switching here. Now in orthodox, he thrusts out a jab.
Now, I always tell people you better master one stance before you start switching.
Novice back to southpaw, and that very side-on stance. If he's going to throw off the rear leg round kick, as he does, I was about to say it's easily telegraphed because it has to travel that extra distance, and Southern is catching it.
Strong kid. Every time he hits Novice, even in the shoulder, he'll move him across the ring.
Novice inviting Southern to play the ground game with him. Will Southern engage? He thinks not.
Yeah, I'd let him up.
Right. Turn around. Go.
Now Novice lifts his hands up a little more. There's the overhand right from Southern, just bulls him down to the canvas.
You know, and those could be scoring big for Southern, even though he's not connecting with the punch. The judges could be looking at that as knockdowns.
Good.
Referee Cardinal stands up Jonatas Novice. Novice fakes. That left hand is still very low. Look for Southern to come over the top again with his right. Novice swinging. There's the right hand from Southern. And again from Southern. Three in a row. The third one just glances Novice.
In a row.
His limbs, Southern's limbs are just too short to land the punch after he catches the kick. You got to let go of the leg and slide inside a little bit more and land it.
Good inside leg kick there from Novice. He's switched back to orthodox stance now. And now he switches to southpaw. Left hook. Now Novice has Southern on the ground inside his guard. Let's see what Novice can do from here.
Kyle Cardinal telling him to keep
him
fighting.
around, pull him inside.
Head through the ropes here. Little slap and a tickle from the referee, who will move them a little closer to the center of the ring. We'll recommence them from the same position.
Full guard, full guard.
Which pleases Novice.
Ready? Go. Go.
Southern clamping down on him, man. Doesn't want to give him any space to work.
10 seconds remains. Trying to get off the right elbow there, Kurt Southern. Novice with a downward elbow, looking to make a money box. Southern wants him up.
In a row.
Novice cracks to the shin, then goes upstairs. And once again, the Southern doing a good job of catching the kicks. Hammer fist strikes, aggressive there from Southern. And Novice shakes his head as if to say, it didn't hurt me.
Good round for Southern.
All he's going to do is keep throwing. All he's going to do is keep throwing the right kick. That's all he's got. He's going to keep going to his ass repeatedly.
Southern came out nice at the beginning of the fight. There he is blocking the kick. Catching, throwing a punch. Finally landing the right and dropping him toward the end of this round. He also dropped him at the beginning of the round with the clean overhand right. And here he was trying to get the finish before the round ended.
So don't wait on him, all right? You be aggressive, you make the attack, all right? I think we got this. He's going to take him down, but, you know, hands. Keep those hands up and stay busy with your hands.
It is the corner there of Novice, saying what I said would be his undoing in the early get-go. Got to keep the hands up, Jonatas. 10-9, Kurt Southern, says Pat Miletich after one.
Go.
Good instruction from Brian Gassaway indeed. Keep those hands up. But Novice isn't listening here. Southern just bull rushes him and puts him against the ropes early.
Doing a good job of shutting down Novice's takedown attempts every time. Changes levels with him and just runs into it.
Overhand right from Southern. Novice with a front kick. Switches to orthodox. Looping his punches, wants to maybe straighten those up, and he does with the jab. Gets his back taken. Suplex time.
Trap that on nicely and dumped him.
And Southern works some ground and pound now.
Got to stay tight here. He gets half guard. He's got to keep him from getting that half guard sweep going. You know Novice is good at that half guard series.
Yeah, stay calm, Kurt.
You got him. Let's work, guys.
Stop control, Kurt.
Novice also has great leg locks, and they talked about those leg locks in the knee bar. And from half guard position, you're definitely vulnerable to that stuff if you don't pay attention.
Up, let him up. Yeah.
Southern allows him up. There's that front kick off the back leg thrown from orthodox stance from Novice. We'll probably switch here to southpaw. Right hand from Southern. Right hand again from Southern. And a third from Southern. Novice is still dropping that left glove far too low.
They got clipped a couple times on those counters from Southern.
You'd think he would have got the message by now, Pat.
I think he's got a good chin. He's just hard-nosed guy.
Oh, Southern gets a takedown. Nicely done inside of half guard. Looking to pass on the left side of the body. Elbow there from Southern.
Shoulder pressure.
Brian Gassaway is over in the corner saying, you better pick it up, son.
There's blood coming from the nose of Kurt Southern. Southern coming in tonight on a 3-fight winning streak, but not having fought since June 2011. And I must say, Pat, showing no signs of ring rust here.
No, not at all. And look how hard Novice is breathing on the bottom. He is taxed right now.
Get busy, guys.
Once again, folks, it is actually Southern in the white and Novice in the red.
Get busy, guys.
Southern in top position here.
Watch the back of the head.
Referee wants to see some more work here.
Up. There you go. Good.
Southern keeps Novice on his back with under 2 minutes remaining. Second round of 3.
Great balance, great base by Southern.
Now there is blood on the forehead of Southern. Is he maybe cut just under the hairline?
Let's work, guys. I'm going to stand
One
you
of
up.
those sailing elbows from Novice.
Keep him on that bad hip.
Work. Stop. Break.
Now the referee does indeed stand them up. Novice glances towards his corner.
Let's go.
Brian Gassaway screams that there's only 90 seconds remaining in this round, and for Novice to go to work. Jab 2 from Novice, out of orthodox stance. Good long reach on the jab again. Got counted on that occasion, left the arm out there too long.
Yeah.
And he switches to southpaw. Uppercut. That was an awkward one, but it could have been effective. There is indeed a cut just below the hairline on the right side of Kurt Southern. Novice looking for a counter uppercut.
Southern stung him a little bit there, possibly. Knocked him off balance at very least. Southern letting Novice set up a little bit too much.
Look at Novice's hands. As he does a jumping front kick, his hands are just dangling below his waist here. He may be inviting disaster. Catch and counter from Southern, looks to drive into the canvas and does. Nice work there from Kurt Southern.
Yeah, nice job catching the kick. He's caught a lot of them. Most of the time he opted for just the right hands. That time through the right hand and then hit the double.
Don't go outside.
Showing some of that skill as a two-time national wrestling champion in high school. Also wrestled for the University of Saskatchewan. I think I just like saying Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Great fishing up there, I'll tell you that.
Good fishing?
Great fishing.
Saskatchewan. End of the round. First round went the way of Kurt Southern. How did you score the second, folks?
Southern having another good round here. Tried the spinning back fist, did Novice. He traps the arm, gets the hips in. Had to hit it twice, pumped him twice, and then dumped him on that shoulder. If you can land him correctly, you can really daze him with the head or injure the shoulder. There he is throwing that right hand outside of the jab. Throws it again, and then the third one coming through here pretty quick. That one lands on the chin also. Good scoring.
Smiles in the corner of Novice, though we have him down 2018 after 2. Third and final. As we count down here at MFC 36 towards those two championship fights.
Good.
Elvis Mutapchip,
Round three,
Sam
round three.
Alvey,
Go.
Morkai Maromo, and Graham Spencer. Southpaw to open up here for Novice. Hands still low, but hands are what he's throwing. Southern's going the correct way, drifting off to his left against the southpaw. You don't want to drift right. And Southern gets a takedown, ends up inside the guard of Novice.
Really without effort. Got the double unders, got the body lock, and just dumped Novice. Novice looking for that elevator, got that inside butterfly with the right leg and tried elevating the hips and turning him, not able to do it yet.
On butterfly hook on here for
Man, you gotta work.
Jonatas Novice. Pat, if you were playing Supercoach in the corner of Novice as he sets for a submission here.
Yeah, he wants to get something going. Just all you got to do is attempt something. There it is.
Armbar coming. And armbar is there! Jonatas Novice tops out Kurt Southern in the third round.
Yeah, when you're that good on the ground, all you got to do is get something going to make your opponent react.
Pat, what was the cardinal mistake that Southern made?
Staying on the ground with him that long. You can see he let him get the angle, though. Once your opponent's midline does not match up with yours, you're vulnerable to arm bars and a lot of other things, and that's what happens when you don't keep your center line matched up with your opponents, unless you're in half or cross sides.
Jonatas Novice,
time on that?
now signed to the MFC, said that he wanted to make an impact and put on a show in his first outing. He certainly did that with a high-class submission in the third round. And the sportsmanship here, tremendous. As I said, Novice, one of the nicest guys in the sport, and this is what I'd like to see, Pat.
Yeah, absolutely. Kurt Southern, really tough guy. great showing. Just made that one mistake against the #1 no-gi grappler in the world.
Alex Hindmarch to make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kyle Cardinal stops his bout at 106 of round number 3. After Kurt Southern taps out due to an armbar, the winner of this match is Jonatas Novaes.